2019. Mountain Dew GSL Season 3. Codex.
Listen to that sound effect.
Reversal.
It's like Darth Vader's having a panic attack.
It's good.
Okay. Deer versus Zest. This is a rematch I did not ever think we were going to have. After what happened to Deer in the Zest games, after he got smashed so thoroughly, I thought Deer was going to disappear so fast. But then Deer, with a really great performance against Classic, and I don't know, maybe I'm wrong. I thought Classic was like the obvious person to get out, but I'm completely wrong there. Yeah. He's dead. He's out.
Being safe is the least safe thing you can do, Tasis. I've talked about this a lot. You gotta go out on the limb there and really.
So let's see what happens. I mean, maybe Deer can turn this around. I'm rooting for him.
Look at their faces. Zest has got this and he already knows it. Look how chill he is.
Yeah, but Deer, I think there's like anime voices in his head going on.
Does that say
if I use my powers correctly, if I execute my builds right, I could win this thing. Oh, all right, we gotta go. Thunderbirds map 1, by the way.
Newbie, Deer. Ocean Gaming, Zest.
Oh, it says Black Cross on his shirt.
Oh, does it?
Yeah, I was trying to. It looked like you said Lick Cross. Like, what does that mean?
The one thing that Korea has no shortage of, Zest is best, simple and to the point. One thing Korea has no shortage of is shirts with English words that don't really make sense on them. Yeah.
They certainly have no shortage of that, but they spell them better than the Chinese shirts that don't make sense.
Yes, that's true.
A lot of misspellings on those to the point where it's like, whoa. Less misspellings here.
Yeah.
I think it makes it a little bit better for the shirts. That's my fashion tips for today. Artos's fashion tips.
I think that's your fashion ruling of the day.
Yeah, my ruling.
Yeah.
Also, red shoes go with everything.
Yeah. Well, you didn't wear your red shoes today, Artos.
They got super wet when it was raining the other day.
Oh, man, yeah. There's nothing worse than when your feet get really wet and you have shoes on and you're like, oh, God.
Yeah. Getting trench foot.
Get trench foot, just living my nerd life, you know? You know what happened to Tasteless? Trench foot, man.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Serious stuff.
Didn't he listen to Lieutenant Dan and Forrest Gump? I mean, come on.
That's funny.
Robo build here for Zest.
Is he going to scout that a second probe? I don't know. Just went down that far.
I'm sorry. I said Lieutenant. I'm suddenly thinking of Bubblegum Shrimp.
That's your favorite restaurant.
Artosis always makes fun of me because whenever we go to BlizzCon, there's like Anaheim is such a weird area. It's like right next to Disneyland, and there's like just nothing but hotels and like a few weird restaurants. And so somehow we always end up going to Bubblegum Shrimp, even though I don't like it that much.
It's pretty good food.
It's okay.
Yeah. And it's close.
And then when we're at Bubblegum Shrimp, they're like, so you know how? So you have this sign come down. It's run, Forrest, run. If you don't need us here, but then stop. I'm like, stop. Listen, I know. I've been coming to BlizzCon for like 12 years.
Yeah.
Oh, he got spotted too.
Well, you're going to run from that. If the Immortal pops out, you're in some serious trouble. Stargate on the way, double battery, so he's definitely not going to die.
You know what I'm going to do before BlizzCon? I'm going to go rewatch Forrest Gump, and I'm going to win the quiz at Bubblegum Shrimp.
You are pretty good at the quiz, actually.
Yeah, but this time I'm going to get everything down.
But actually, the reason why I always make fun of you for that it's your favorite, is one year you and I went there and ate, and then like people got in and you called them up and to meet up, and they were already there, so you had to go down and eat again. And
then more people came, and they're like, well, I'm like, where are you guys? Like a Bubblegum Shrimp. I'm like, I'm just going to be eating a Bubblegum Shrimp all day.
Yeah.
We're all meeting up at BlizzCon.
That was funny. And that's why it's your favorite restaurant.
Actually, you know what's really fun to do is to say, I want to take the quiz, and then when they come over, make it really uncomfortable. Act like really disinterested when they're asking you the quiz for Bubblegum, for Forrest Gump. And what you do is when they say you want to take the quiz, then halfway through the quiz you say, I never watched the movie. I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, my God.
Okay, so he's got a Void Ray to try to help defend this.
And a second Void Ray on the way. I actually really like this type of defense, to be honest, against this. Like, if you get your Void Rays and you do not lose them, you eventually will hit a critical mass that is very scary
Yeah,
for this
it can
Robo
actually
build.
seesaw totally back.
Yeah, now if you end up losing Void Rays, though, you can really get into trouble.
Yep, but he's got a well-positioned Void Ray here. He's got a battery to help cover that.
Of course, Zest is the one that can expand at home at any time, so there's kind of like this almost a little bit of pressure going on. Look at that. The Adepts with the double Void.
Ooh, he's coming down.
Yeah.
Really good control here with the War Prism. Zest just staying out of range. One Void Ray getting low on HP. It does go down.
Yeah, a lot of damage output from this Void. He actually gets the Prism.
Oh my
That's
God.
pretty
And
huge.
there's still 2 Immortals on the ground. If he can target down these Stalkers in time.
More Stalkers coming down right now, and it looks
Oh
like
my God,
Deer has done it.
Yeah, even though Deer lost the Void Rays. Oh, so sick.
Very good micro there. That was really interesting, especially shading the depths on top of everything. They don't take as much damage, so great job there. And now gets to unpower this Robo. So they're sitting about the same amount of probes. A few more units for Deer, and obviously he's still got his tech up. Definitely have to look at nice advantage here for Deer.
Well, that was really well done. What is going on with Deer here? He's having a full 180 today, Artosis.
Yeah, no, he's playing nice. Playing nicely. Well, I liked the call for the Void Ray, and that was like an excellent jumping upon Zest with the shaded Adepts. I haven't seen people deal with it exactly like that with Voids. Normally, I feel like it's a more prolonged micro battle with Stalker Void Ray.
Right.
But that seemed really cool, and he nailed it, because that could have swung in the other direction a little bit, but he had his Guardian Shield and everything, and just kind of worked out. Feels like he's got that practice down very well. Wouldn't be surprised if we see more of that as the counter to the Proxy Robo when you find it.
All right, the Oracle going to go ahead and gun down these Adepts here. What? Okay,
Is
yeah.
it, though?
Yeah. Now, Phoenixes are continuing to be produced in secret here.
Yeah, that's actually a very smart counter here as well, because whatever your opponent has out of his Stargate, he's probably not making Phoenixes. But the Phoenixes are going to be able to counter. If you get up in Phoenixes in Stargate for Stargate, you have that advantage. But Deer is making his Nexus. He's got nice probe advantage right now. 4 to 5 probes up.
What do you think about this high-speed Adept chase, Artosis?
It's really exciting. I want to watch it more.
Oh.
And I'm sad it's over.
There was no more map for him to run to.
Yeah.
That's just it, Artosis. You know, all of StarCraft maps are squares. Or diamonds.
Or, rectangles. There's been some circles, too, really. Some pretty bad circles. They aren't like perfect circles.
Well, in reality, the mini-map is always just a square.
That's true. The mini-map is a square
mini-map is always a
box.
square, yes.
Remember, we had like a roundish map that had air blockers, so it really was round in the playing field.
No, I remember that. The Oracle goes down.
Look at that, Deer double expanding.
Yeah, I'm actually a little bit surprised by that. Let's see how this works out, though. I mean, if you look on the production tab, there's a forge being made, so that tends to indicate that Protoss isn't, Zest in this case, is not going to be attacking out right away with his ground army. He wants to get +1.
Well, I think both of these make sense. If you go Phoenixes, you're not going to kill your opponent, generally.
Not in a big fight right away, no.
They're more of a long-term unit. You gain value over time, gain little advantages over time. So to get the forge with that makes sense. And when Deer saw that it was Phoenixes being made, he realized, you can't really pack a punch here. So why not just make a third Nexus? So I think some really smart stuff on both sides. Deer does have that SCV, or that probe advantage, rather. And with the additional Nexus coming up, okay, there's finally the Nexus from Zest. It does feel like Zest Phoenixes have a lot to do, because Deer just kind of has the advantaged economy right now. I'm very interested in the exact unit comps that we'll see. Look at this. Blink is on the way for Deer. He has a lot of Stalkers right now. Do you go for a massive attack? Just mass Blink Stalkers?
I don't know. I mean,
sometimes it sounds stupid, but sometimes stuff like that can work.
Well, Blink Stalkers are funny, because if you can get the right engagement with them, things snowball. I mean, they can be manipulated in such a way, and you're also organically answering the threat of the Phoenix is as you do